Central Bank of Kenya. Akoin announces its listing on crypto exchange Bittrex. Trading set for 11th of November. And finally on the program, BTC surges past $13,000 after PayPal integrates service for users to buy, hold, and sell cryptocurrencies. Hello and welcome to Inside Blockchain live on Crypto TV Plus. I am Tony Obiajuru. On the program last week, Monday, we informed you of the latest development from Luno, which is the launch of a new feature which will allow users save Bitcoin and also earn as well. Now, here is just a short video of their launch. The platform took to Twitter recently to announce the launch and also call on all crypto traders and no coiners to save and earn interest by simply holding BTC in their wallet. Now, according to a publication by Luno, users can earn a targeted rate of 4% interest per annum on their Bitcoin, and there are no fixed terms and admin fees. Also, funds can be moved into the main wallet at any time. I am joined right now on the program by the regional manager for Luno Nigeria, Owen Odia, to tell us more about this new feature. Hello, Owen. Thank you for joining me on the program. How are you?
Good morning, Tony. Thanks for having me. Well, thank you.
Okay, fantastic. Now, this is actually an interesting feature, right? The BTC savings wallet. But tell us more about this, basically.
Thank you. As you rightly mentioned, we recently launched a savings wallet. Basically, we have a lot of customers, speculators that believe that the value of cryptocurrency is going to appreciate over time, and then they just store their Bitcoin in the wallet. And then we thought of it, considering over the past year, due to economic uncertainty, COVID and everything, we just felt, okay, how would we let these customers actually make money work for them? And that's why we launched the Bitcoin savings wallet. It could not have come at a better time. I mean, you have countries slashing their interest rates, some people even introducing negative rates. So yes, that's the reason why we launched it. So like you rightly mentioned, it's a savings wallet is separate from your Bitcoin wallet. And there are no fixed terms. So if you decide you want to save right now, you could just start saving. And it's the targeted 4% at the end of the year. Your interest comes in at the first of every month. And if you decide you want to liquidate the loan, I'm using the word liquidate, that means you want to just terminate the, the fixed deposit or the savings, you can just request for it and you get money back to your Luno Bitcoin wallet within 7 days. Also, the reason is we carried out a research sometime earlier in the year, and then 35% of our customers are currently not earning interest on their cash savings. And then in fact, 95% of our customers mentioned that they would like to have a wallet where they'll be earning interest on the Bitcoin, and also considering the performance of Bitcoin, it would be interesting to make interest on it. So that's it basically. That's the reason we launched our savings wallet.
Okay. Okay, great. Now, in your explanation, you talked about the 4% interest per annum, and you also mentioned that users can actually request at the end of the month. I don't quite understand. I don't know if you would help me explain that better. So, in the publication, right, it was stated that the interest is 4% and per annum, but you talked about the monthly. Can you help me balance it?
So yes, I said the interest is calculated 4% annually. However, payouts are made at the first of every month, which is sort of prorated, divided by 12. I mean, you know how interest works, so that's it. So 4% targeted at the end of the year. However, you get your interest at the beginning of every month.
Okay. So another interesting question here is 4%. Why 4%?
Well, I mean, remember that we're working with our lending partners, which is Genesis, and it's compared to other traditional savings, right? Some banks you earn 2%, some you earn 1%. So I mean, 4% is basically good compared to other traditional saving system.
Okay. Now let's talk about security here. The security of my, I'll take myself for example. So let's say that I'm saving BTC, right, in my Luno wallet right there, and I'm saving it for like a period of time. Let me say 6 months or 1 year, whatever the case. Now, how safe, right? Because this is actually very important. How safe or secured is this wallet that I would come back probably months later or a year or years later and I would still find my Bitcoins in the wallet?
Well, while we take precaution, and then that's the reason why we chose a lending partner, and our partner, which is Genesis. We should be aware that the funds are in your savings wallet, and it's there to generate obviously interest. However, it's not like the traditional bank where there's like a deposit protection insurance, right? At the end, so that's the reason why we ask our customers to read the terms and conditions. You understand? We give it to our lending partners. They sort of collateralize the loan. And we trust that they have a very robust lending platform. However, it's important that what we tell our customers, because of the volatility of cryptocurrency itself, right? It's important that you do not invest your whole life savings, right? And also you need to understand that it's also dependent on the market condition. If the price of Bitcoin is doing very well, then we're sure that our lending partners can give us the expected targeted 4%. So yes. There's a risk involved, and like everybody that's into cryptocurrency, they understand. Before you come into cryptocurrency, you need to understand the risk involved. So it's the same thing, basically.
Yeah, risk and rewards. Those are actually the two words that all crypto traders are familiar with, I guess. Okay, so moving on. Before I let you go, Owen, now let's talk about, I understand the fact that on the Luno platform, right, Luno itself have varieties of cryptocurrencies. Now, this is a BTC savings wallet, right? So, and I believe that this wallet is different from the wallet, right, that houses or that carries my other cryptocurrencies. So if I have my BTC in the BTC savings wallet, okay, and probably I would want to move it out from that wallet into my main Luno wallet, is there an option for this?
Oh yes, you can. So that's like cashing out. So you decide, hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Right. Okay, so yes, you request that you want to save your account, move money to your BTC savings. So it's actually a separate wallet. You have, right now we have 5 different cryptocurrencies, and then you want to add a savings wallet, which is separate from your crypto wallet. However, if you've cashed out at the end of the month, earned your interest, and you decide you are no longer interested in savings, want to trade with these funds, and then you can request for it to be, I would use the word liquidated, and the money goes to your BTC wallet within 7 days, 7 business days.
Oh, within 7 days.
Yes, you can get it for 7 days, but we just leave like a 7-day period.
Okay, all right. So apart from this particular feature, are we expecting anything else? Probably anything mind-blowing from Luno about the BTC saving? I'm actually looking forward to see how it works, right? But are we expecting anything else? Probably an addition or a subtraction?
We are not expecting subtraction, but of course, in the coming months, you're going to hear from us. We're going to be announcing other product features, so please watch out. Stay tuned.
Okay, so I would probably just go get my BTC. I love the 4% interest and the fact that I could actually request for my interest monthly. Okay, thank you so much for talking with us, Owen. At this point, I have to let you go.
All right, thank you for having me, Tony.
All right. Moving on. Nigeria, the most populous African nation for several days, have seen majority of its citizens across the country come out in their numbers to express grievances over the state of the nation, with focus to end police brutality and other inhumane treatment by the already disbanded Special Anti-Robbery Squad. Now, this outcry, which had been escalated by the alleged shooting of unarmed protesters at the Lekki toll gate in Lagos on the 20th of October 2020 this year, added to the long list of nationwide unrest, while certain elements of the Nigerian populace took advantage of the situation to loot and destroy properties. The Nigerian stock market in particular could not sustain the bullish performance recorded earlier in the week, as the market on Wednesday plunged by 0.75% following the curfew announced by the Lagos state government over the protest and looting by hoodlums. According to a report by a local media, the Nigerian stock market has lost up to 113.1 billion naira. I am joined by the founder and CEO of Bittrex Technologies. Hello, Frank. Thank you for joining me on the program. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, fantastic. Now let's get straight into it. The Nigerian stock market, right? It was reported basically that the Nigerian stock market lost over 113.1 billion naira during the curfew, that was instituted by the Lagos state government. Now, it is actually interesting to see that we've not fully recovered from the lockdown as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, and we are coming into an economy that is gradually improving. But here again, the whole protesting happened, the hoodlums and thugs and the whole dissolution of properties happened, and the curfew was announced. And during this curfew, it is reported that over 113.1 billion was lost by investors in the stock market. I don't know how this works, but can you help me understand the impact, right, of lockdown, of a curfew over the stock market?
All right. So it's very important to note that Lagos is the financial headquarters in Nigeria. When it comes to businesses, when it comes to banks, industries, all of them have their headquarters in Lagos, and this is where most of the business happens. When there is a little spark that looks as though it's going to trigger a war or an unrest in a city, every investor, first of all, wants to save their funds, right? And then the stock market is a pure reflection of what the economy looks like. The stock market, what do you call it? Stock market gets the push whenever there is a positive news or negative news. It affects the trade in the stock market. So what happens is that traders or people who have invested in some of these businesses, people who are trading some of the stocks of these businesses like banks and Dangote and the rest of it. What they do is that they want to pull out their funds. Because, of course, when there's an unrest, nobody's doing business, nobody's selling, nobody's buying, and so the fear of it degenerating into something more serious makes them want to pull their funds, and it reflects in the stock exchange market. And of course, the day after or 3 days after, the market recovered, so that the market sustains that move.
Oh, okay. So a few days later, the market recovered that same amount or more than?
Yeah, not really. We saw some top gainers like international breweries. They went up 18.2%, close to 6.39 of their share. And then Kutix PLC went up 17%. Nason went up 10%. Jaffa Oil went up 10%. Ikeja Hotel went up 1%. Conroy went up 15%. Mostly oil businesses went up some good percentages, averaging 8%, right? Livestock PLC went up 6%, and a couple of averaging 7-8%, right? But then we still had some top losers like Melon, which went down 9.8%. linkage assurance 9%. Now, insurance companies basically and assurance companies, they'll have to brace up this period because a lot of things went bad. ShopRite was burnt down. A lot of businesses, a lot of banks were destroyed. Their ATM spots were all vandalized, and these people are going to be claiming insurance. They've been paying for insurance for years, so they're going to be claiming insurance. So I think I'm getting insurance for and Etana went for it real me and data went down and so on. So these are more out of the market. But I believe since the lockdown has been eased and businesses can go on as usual, I believe most of them will start recovering as time goes on.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you for that update, Franklin Peters. So before I let you go, probably you would be having you join us back again in the program, that's in the crypto market analysis segment. How important, now we saw the impact, right, of that's the impact of the fact that, okay, ShopRite, institute organizations like ShopRite, right, got bonds, quite a number of properties, got burnt. Now, how important is it to have a stable economy, right, where in order to reflect in a market like this?
How possible is it for us to have a stable economy?
How important? How important is it?
Okay. So how important it is as important as the air we breathe, as far as we are living in a country that has new people coming in on a daily basis, children being born. It's very important to have a very stable economy. Now, one thing about stability and that things will not be or better because of the population. Nigeria is the largest black. I think it is the largest black nation in the world, right? And we keep growing. Look at the growth trajectory. We keep having more people, more births in the country. So if our economy is not stable or even increasing, it means that poverty rates would obviously increase, right? Because there are more demand for most of those things. And looking at what has happened in the last week, it's more like destructive to the economy because, okay, ShopRite that was burnt down would take a couple of months to be rebuilt. That's that particular ShopRite. Most businesses that are taking like 6 months, 7 months, almost a year to be built, were destroyed in just a twinkle of an eye. Those people left their businesses that day, only to come back the next day to see it destroyed. So it's very easy to destroy, and it's very difficult to build. The recovery and the stability that we are looking for may not come immediately. It may take some time. But as soon as this is fixed, my prayer personally is that we don't experience something like this again, because Nigeria's economy is already shaking. Okay, getting it to be stable requires everybody, putting their hands together and avoiding issues like this. So the government has a lot of work to do to pacify the people to avoid things like this from recurring.
Okay. We can also see cases of the fact that it would also even allow more investors, come into the market and want to put their money, and probably the investors that are already have their money in stake, they can also have that confidence to leave their money as well, because the economy is stable. Okay, thank you so much for providing us with those updates or those information. Frank, you might have to just still be in the call or somewhere around, because I'll be bringing you up later. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right. Okay, the Central Bank of Kenya Governor Patrick Njoroge has for the first time in a while addressed the growing interest in cryptocurrencies and central bank digital currencies, also known as CBDCs. Now, in an interview, the governor admitted that cryptocurrencies do have a place in the current world and how the Central Bank of Kenya might be approaching regulation in the future. His latest comments are in stark contrast to his previous position on cryptocurrencies that has often been seen as highly critical of digital currencies. Now, speaking about the central bank digital currencies, here is what the governor had to say.
Etc. And so the idea here is, could we as central banks, or could our central bank, true to its mandate, use this tool in a way to achieve efficiently the purpose that was set out in our acts, in our charter, etc., etc. And I think that's really where the conversation is today.
Okay. Coming up next, Akoin announces its listing on crypto exchange Bittrex. Trading set for 11th of November. BTC surges past 13K after PayPal integrates service for users to buy, hold and sell cryptocurrencies. And I'll be joined by our crypto market analyst. You've probably heard from him already. Let's go on this short break, and when we come back, we'll bring you the rest of the details. So stay tuned.
Have you heard of the first crypto comedy show in Africa? Now you've heard.
Where you get updated, educated, and entertained
on everything blockchain and fintech.
Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at Crypto TV Plus.
Do not miss Crypto Roast every Friday, showing on Crypto TV Plus.
AMA series airs every Wednesday by 4 p.m. GMT +1. Showing only on Crypto TV Plus.
Great opportunities are presented to us every day. But sometimes we miss them, living a life of regret and what-ifs. Opportunities come but once, or maybe not. Now, a digital money revolution has come to Africa. Wealth is no longer for a selected few. Money has been redefined. Introducing Tatcoin. Tatcoin is Africa's utility token that gives you access to a life of endless possibilities. You can shop, buy real estate, travel, invest, and build wealth. For more information, visit www.abitsnetwork.com.
Oh, hi. I'm a smart investor. I dare say that because I understand the cryptocurrency markets and I am up to date on every new development, fintech and blockchain ecosystem. All because I watch the Inside Blockchain show on Crypto TV Plus. Every Monday morning, Crypto TV Plus brings you news headlines of top stories, interview with an expert, and give you detailed market analysis to enable you make the right business moves. Now you too can become a smart investor if you don't miss it. The Inside Blockchain Show, only on Crypto TV Plus.
Welcome back. We continue. Akoin, the cryptocurrency developed by renowned pop star Akoin to improve social opportunities and access for African entrepreneurs, has announced its premier listing on crypto exchange Bittrex. According to a recent tweet, the platform known by Akoin Official on Twitter revealed that trading on Bittrex will begin on the 11th of November, allowing users to trade and transact using the token. The project, which is based on the Stellar network, is led by the global artist Akoin, who is in turn committed to bringing a trusted digital currency to countries within Africa that suffer from weak and overinflated fiat currencies that prevent citizens from accessing financial services. In a publication by Crypto Slates, the project's main objective is to improve social opportunities and connectedness for millions living in rural and remote regions of Africa who lack connection in the internet and therefore the global economy. Finally on the program, Bitcoin surged past $13,000 for the first time since July 2019 after PayPal Holdings announced it will allow customers to use cryptocurrencies. This announcement was made on the platform's Twitter page. Gains were seen among altcoins on Wednesday, coming at the back of the surge in BTC value, with Litecoin jumping more than 13% and Bitcoin Cash surging more than 9%. PayPal customers can now buy, sell and hold cryptocurrencies including Bitcoin, Ether, Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin from digital wallets, as well as use the virtual money to shop. PayPal shares jumped 5.5% to $213, the biggest increase since May. The news sparked exuberant response from crypto fans, and Mike Novogratz, one for one, who runs Galaxy Investment Partners on Twitter, called the development the biggest news of the year in crypto, adding that banks will embark on a race to service digital currencies. Discussing the recent Bitcoin surge, I am joined by the founder of BitFXT Technologies, Franklin Peters, and we will also be taking a look at the crypto market in general. Franklin, if you're still on the call, let's talk about this interesting news, the PayPal, or the launch, all right, or the integration of cryptocurrencies by PayPal, basically, and the impact, you know, that it had on the price of Bitcoin. How interesting is it, right? Speculations around organizations, institutions like these impact the price, you know, and the value of Bitcoin. But are we seeing, is this the only effect, right, that saw Bitcoin surge to $13,000 since July of 2019?
All right, so thank you for bringing me back online to discuss this. The truth is that it's a very big news, no matter how we look at it. It's a very huge news. Now, PayPal, from what PayPal stands for, you know, from when PayPal came into the space of payments and remittances, a lot of things changed about money transfer, right? People depended on their local banking system or infrastructure to do their payments or do transfers or send money from one person to the next person. But PayPal came and changed the story and gave banks a very big run for their businesses. Now, PayPal coming into the crypto space is more like, again, telling the world that you know, something new is about to come. You know, PayPal is kind of the leader of digital payments in their own era. Now, for them to you know, adopt cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin for payments within their platform. It's more like going to open the eyes of a lot of their competitors, a lot of banks, a lot of financial institutions to what cryptocurrencies can offer. So it's a very big news, coming to the crypto space, and that is the major reason for that to run. The very major reason. Now, if you look at the total user base of PayPal, PayPal has millions of users. Now, if they are going to be able to make payments or accept payments using crypto in the app, it means that automatically Bitcoin is the brand new users, the of 10 million to 50 million persons who are possible new investors in cryptocurrency. All right, so that alone is enough sentiment to make more people jump into cryptocurrency.
Fantastic. Now, the US election is around the corner. So I believe apart from PayPal, which is actually an interesting, a huge news. So apart from PayPal, right, launching a cryptocurrency service, the US election is around the corner. Now, speculations are that the US election, which is coming, also has an impact on the price of BTC. So how true is this?
It can be, like I said, the cryptocurrency market is a speculative market, right? It having an impact in BTC can't be entirely true for me, in my own opinion. It can't be entirely true. Everything can have an impact on BTC. For the coming US election, it's not entirely just. If I should rate the reason why BTC went up or the entire crypto market went up, I would say the US election. The US election's impact is barely 5% of the reason. The major reason, barely 5% of it for me, okay. Right? Last week I was going through the entire institutional acceptance of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and I can see Matthew Edwards, the chief executive officer of Dalfa Capital, is planning to jump into crypto hugely January next year. Fidelity is also going in. Great scale investment is going in heavily, right? But they have attracted more than $2.8 billion worth of Bitcoin investments since December 2017, and they are going in heavily. So there are lots of huge institutional investors who are currently getting interest in getting into cryptocurrency specifically, right? And I think that is the major move, the major reason for the move of BTC in recent times.
Okay, fantastic. Now let's go straight into the market. This is actually an interesting segment of the program where we'll talk about the current price of currencies and how these currencies are doing. So first, fine, BTC grew, right, or surged to $13,000, 13.1, 13.2 probably. How much is it currently trading at as we speak in the market?
Okay, currently one Bitcoin is $13,078.
Okay, $13,078 as we speak.
As we speak right now.
Okay, so it's holding around $13. Can you give us more details on why? At probably the whole news and speculation will see it push up to, let's say, 14, 15. Even 15K was predicted.
Yeah. 13K is quite a good price. I think 15K is too ambitious, right? For coin that was trading around $10,603 on 7th of this month to be trading at $10,000. I think it's quite fair. Anybody who bought one Bitcoin at 10,603 on 7th of this month, this very month is making $3,000, almost $3,000 profits. It doesn't just come for free. It doesn't always come for free, like, yeah. So I think it's fair enough on 13,000. We may not see it hold on 13,000 for more than 4 days or 5 days from now, I think it is still a bit volatile. Yesterday it went down to 12,910. It could move between 12,500 and 13,004. Like a couple of days more before we can see any other major push.
Okay, so tell us more about the other coins that we have in the market. How are they doing? Because I believe that most of all these coins are actually backed by Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin is going up, they should also be doing fine. The likes of Ethereum, Litecoin, and the other ones I mentioned earlier in the program, the percentage that Litecoin did, Bitcoin Cash as well. So how are these coins doing as we speak in the market?
All right, so Ethereum, did quite well from $360. It's currently trading above $400. It's trading exactly at $406.46. Ripple also did well. Ripple did about 6.12% over the last 24 hours. Bitcoin Cash did 8.54%. Chainlink did 14%. Chainlink went down to about $9 and currently is trading at $12.2. What do you call it? Binance Coin also did well from about $24, went all the way up to $30. Litecoin did well. So most altcoins, the truth is that whatever that happens on Bitcoin affects the price of
the other
altcoins, no matter how we look at it, because most of them are paired against Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin people that are holding Bitcoin are profitable, the next thing they do is diversify their portfolio. They will cash out, do some of the funds on other altcoins, and then we start seeing most of those coins going up. So also what do you call it? Sentiment, like I always say, also plays a very huge role because when I see that I cannot afford to buy one whole Bitcoin and Bitcoin is already going up, what do? I look for the next potential coin and I put in my funds, so I'll get more units of that coin. When it goes up, I make profit as well.
Okay, so let me put you on the spot right now, Frank. Should investors, should traders, should crypto enthusiasts be bullish about the market going forward, especially Bitcoin? Going
forward.
Are you bullish yourself?
Yes. I'm 100%. Why am I bullish? If you look at the history of this whole thing, Bitcoin specifically, starting from 2010, right? It has not always been $13,000, right? So time reviewed a lot of things. Time showed us that there is possibility of a growth in this market. Time has shown us that the government could once in this life call for a Senate meeting regarding this very thing. Time has shown us that institutional investors can have interest in it. Time has shown us that big companies like Facebook and the rest can have an interest in. So over time, there is a possibility of profitability in the market, and we keep moving. Next year, 2021 has a whole lot. Like I said, a lot of institutional investors are going to be coming in, and as far as and then new people are going to be learning about this very technology, and they are going to be coming in. You can't beat something that is that has a very limited supply like Bitcoin and some other cryptocurrencies against over 7 billion persons in the planet Earth who are learning every day, who could become investors in this thing. So I'm very bullish about it, and I think that next year has a whole lot for cryptocurrency people. It's going to be very profitable next year. I believe.
This year has had its own. This year, the entirety of this year has had its own ups and downs. Can we say we recorded more downs than the ups? I'm talking about generally right now. Okay, so another one. You and I have actually been in a conversation on how we can probably make some of or most of our viewers excited, for those who are watching this program right now, right? And this is coming, I know this is going to come to you unprepared, okay? But before I bring that up, let me just ask you, how much do you think, this is a new week, a fresh week, right? So I would need you to predict, Frank, how much do you think the price of Bitcoin will be at the end of this week? Let's say by Friday.
By Friday, I think we're going to see a decline price because the RSI is overbought. So it will have to retrace a little to give space for the next push. So I think we're going to be seeing $12,800 zone. $12,800 zone.
$12,800 zone by the end of this week. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, by the end of the week, we will be seeing $12,800 zone.
Okay, that's interesting. All right, you've heard that from Franklin. You said?
Yeah, I wanted to think regarding the more reason why I'm very bullish on cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and the rest for the rest of the coming years, right? What happened in the last week in Nigeria has shown us that there is no trust in our current financial system. And I'm saying this because I had some friends I was discussing with, and we are watching ATM machines being vandalized.
Vandalized, true.
You know, banks being destroyed, banks being robbed. Now, let's assume what happened, you know, degenerated into a civil war. Banks are not going to be operational. ATMs are not going to be working because nobody will be refilling them. In fact, that is if they see any ATM machine to refill. Of course, people would have vandalized or probably burned them down. Okay, so your ATM card becomes useless. Okay, probably during that time, mass and internet service providers, ISPs, are going to be offline. They won't be able to function. Of course, we saw what happened. MTN data network was not functional during that Friday, Saturday when the shootout happened. Okay, and also it was on Tuesday, Wednesday when this stuff happened. The whole of BT zone could not access the internet because maybe they said one of their points was turned off just because of one small issue that happened within that zone. So when there is a civil war or a general national unrest, how many of those their service systems will be functional? So people will not be able to have access to the internet. So it means that your mobile banking app also probably is not going to be functional in Nigeria. So what happens to your money? Are you going to wait until the war is over? I'm not a prophet of doom, right? But it kind of opened our eyes or reminded us the fact that our fiat system is flawed. Okay, at that point, I started educating this set of persons about cryptocurrencies and about Bitcoin, and they were like, "Wow!" So there's something I can keep my money in, and even if
you would have quick access to.
Yes, my safe. And even if I say, okay, I'm leaving Nigeria, I don't have to go and start begging banks to give me my money before I leave. I just leave, without carrying cash and all those things. And most of them are coming into crypto. Do you understand? So I'm very bullish about this because it is once again a global soccer for people who are have cash, people who have money. From today, my advice or my recommendation, whatever your entire wealth is, split it. Put some in crypto. It mustn't be on volatile crypto. Put some in stable coins like USDT and some other stable coins, right? And then hold it digitally. I hope that someday in the future there will be the whole CBDCs will come to a reality. And of course, when that happens, it means even if there is a state of unrest, your money is safe because it's digital, even though it is issued by the by the government. The only issue you will have is the value of those CBDCs coins would go down in such scenarios. But then it's easy for you to quickly swap it to other stable coins. What I'm saying in essence is that the future of this market is 100% bullish. Everybody, even if you are holding any cryptocurrency now and it is somehow, going down, it's not going to stay like that forever. Over time, the relevance of those cryptocurrencies will be carefully.
Yeah, we can. This is to further reiterate that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are actually here to stay. They are not going anywhere.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Franklin Peters, for creating time to speak with us on the program, and also thank you for that. Should we call that word of advice right there, and also sharing that experience. Most people can actually resonate with this fact. During that period, I myself, for one, found it very difficult to access my money in the bank. But with the option of having cryptocurrency or digital currency in my wallet, you can always do that. But then again, this, for example, this just occurred to me right now that if I'm to engage digital currencies, for example, BTC, right? Currently, we don't have a situation where we can use these currencies to purchase items, all right, in stores or in marketplaces. So let's assume that we have a society or a community where Bitcoin is now a means of payment, or is now legalized as a means of payment. But then again, how much more time do we need for institutions, market organizations and all that to integrate this form of payment so that it's going to be easier? Why I'm actually asking this question is because in a time like this that we've already seen, if I had Bitcoin, I would still need my fiat Naira, at least to be able to sell this Bitcoin to Naira and still go make use of the ATM. That's why I'm asking this question.
Yeah. All right. So we are not waiting for institutional investors to give us approval or go ahead order to come up with solutions within this. Those of us who really understand already what the future holds for cryptocurrency are making moves, serious moves to make this easily acceptable. Even though the people who we are supposed to be making these payments to don't understand what it's all about, we can serve as the middlemen to help them accept, even receive Naira, and then people who and offer people the services that they're paid for. Now, what I'm trying to say is this: platforms like Boundless Pay, creates like a buffer, just like we have Quick Teller. Those who use Quick Teller would bear witness to the fact that in Quick Teller, when you log in, you can pay for flight. Right? When you pay for your flight, you get your ticket. Now, the flight people don't actually need to know whether you pay through Quick Teller. All they need to know is that you can receive their Naira. Okay? The same thing that PayPal is offering right now. People can be able to pay for services.
Make payments.
PayPal is a typical instrument. Yes, you can make payments for anything using PayPal, using your cryptocurrency in PayPal, right? Yeah. But the funny thing is that people you are paying are going to be receiving
Naira equivalents.
Naira or dollars or PayPal funds. That's what they are going to receive, not Bitcoin. The people that are actually taking the Bitcoin are the PayPal guys, right? So it's one way to even accumulate Bitcoin for themselves. So the future may not necessarily have to wait for individual businesses to say we are not accepting Bitcoin or Ethereum as an payment. All we need to do is to create services that create a middle system between them and the buyer. We that understand Bitcoin will accept those Bitcoin, offer them the service, and then pay those people who are accepting those crypto, who are offering those services in the currency that they want to be paid with.
Interesting.
You understand? So that's the future I see. Until they will start accepting it, they will their short something.
All right, thank you so much, Franklin, for speaking with us. At this point, I'll just have to let you go. And that will be all on today's program. You can get more market updates and all the happenings captured within the world of blockchain and cryptocurrency, and more of what our guest Franklin Peters has said on our website at www.cryptotvplus.com. Follow us on social media at CryptoTV+ to get daily info on our programs. That will be all on today's program. Thank you so much for staying with us. I am Tony Obiajere, and I'll see you next week. Stay safe.
Oh, hi. I'm a smart investor. I dare say that because I understand the cryptocurrency markets and I am up to date on every new development, fintech and blockchain ecosystem. All because I watch the Inside Blockchain show on Crypto TV Plus. Every Monday morning, Crypto TV Plus brings you news headlines of top stories, interview with an expert, and give you detailed market analysis to enable you make the right business moves. Now you too can become a smart investor if you don't miss it. The Inside Blockchain Show, only on Crypto TV Plus.
Great opportunities are presented to us every day. But sometimes we miss them, living a life of regret and what ifs. Opportunities come but once, or maybe not. Now, digital money revolution has come to Africa. Wealth is no longer for a selected few. Money has been redefined. Introducing Tatcoin. Tatcoin is Africa's utility token that gives you access to a life of endless possibilities. You can shop, buy real estate, travel, invest, and build wealth. For more information, visit www.abitsnetwork.com.